Hello, welcome in. I'm Tammy Mastroberti, best-selling author of the book The Universe is Talking to You, and I work and help people to get unstuck in every area of their lives using simple, practical, spiritual tools. And I come here live every Thursday at noon Eastern. And I'm excited to be here with you. This is my weekly spirit boost. And today, I want to talk about, usually I come here to talk about things that are sort of a theme that has brought up this week, something to kind of give you some type of spirit boost, to give you some type of inspiration, something to think about, something to change. And I try to go off of things that have happened or come up as a theme, because to me that's synchronistic, right? I teach about signs and synchronicity. So something that keeps coming up for me is something I feel like I need to look at and something I want to share with all of you. So for me, what I want to share with you today is something that I promise you affects you in one way or another, and it's robbing you of joy and happiness. It's taking away some of your joy and happiness. And our goal is to be happy, healthy, and feel at ease. I feel like that's the goal of everybody. And we need to curb the things in our lives that take away from that take away from any of that. So specifically when we're talking about our happiness, what is something, and one of the biggest things I think, and it's sneaky, you guys, it's so sneaky sometimes because we don't even realize we're doing it, or that it's affecting us, or that we're allowing it to affect us. But one of the biggest things that I have seen and has come up, and I'm going to share with you how it's come up, is caring so much about what other people think about us. Allowing someone else's opinion, someone else's want for us to derail us, to make us feel bad, to bring our energy down. So I'm going to give you an example right away. Think about this. And I'm sure this has happened to you, but just even think about this scenario in your life. You get a brand new haircut. You are so excited about it. You think it looks great. Maybe you dyed your hair. Maybe you curled it. Maybe you got straightened it, whatever it is, but you are loving it. And you go out and there are maybe you come across like 5 people who are like, oh, you got a new haircut. That looks amazing. I love it. I can't believe how good it looks. Or, oh my gosh, I can tell that looks so good on you. That color. I love the hair color that you chose. Or I love the style that you're doing. And oh my gosh, I love what you did. Everybody's complimenting you. And then you come up against one person who says something negative about it. Or says something that makes you think, oh, well, that maybe they don't like it. Or that wasn't really nice. What is your focus for the rest of the day? What out of all these people, most people complimented you, but one person might have said something negative. Where does your focus go? When you go home to talk to your husband or your wife or whomever, do you bring up that one person that said something bad? We all do it. We all do it. We all get sucked in. How many times do you say yes to something that you don't really want to do because you're worried that other people will get upset, other people will get mad, other people will think something negative about you? Oh, I have to do this because what will other people think of me? When you're posting things on social media, you think, here comes the cat. I'm not on. You're thinking about what are other people going to say about this post? What are other people going to feel about this post? Who's liking the post? Did anybody say anything negative? You're thinking about, you're not just sharing your joy, but you're thinking about what are other people going to say or do or think about what I'm posting. When it comes to your career or where you live or any of the decisions that you're making, are you allowing friends, family members? Are you in a career because your family wanted you to do it? Or are you doing it because it's something that you want to do? Are you feeling good about your life and then all of a sudden somebody will be like, oh, you're still single? and it cuts you because you're like, I'm happy. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden, this person comes in and makes a comment. And so these are the types of things that derail us, and it sucks our joy out. And, oh, sorry, the video got paused on Instagram. And we're allowing it. We're getting sucked into it, and we are allowing it. We don't even realize, I promise you, so many times you don't even realize how much you're allowing it to affect you, how much you are allowing it to suck your joy out. And we're conditioned this way, you guys. Think about when you were younger. Our family, school, friends were literally conditioned to care about what other people think, or to worry about what other people think. So many people in this world have social anxiety, and the crux of that is often, oh my gosh, what if I do something, or what if somebody sees something, or what, worried about what other people are going to say or think about a choice you've made, about something you're doing, about the diet that you're on when you go to lunch, whatever it might be. We get sucked into worrying about what other people think. When I was growing up, my mother, God rest her soul, Marianne, used to always say to me, I'll never forget it, she used to always say to me, Tammy, don't leave the house, even if you're just running to the store, don't leave the house without makeup on, because the one time that you leave the house and you don't look good and you don't have makeup on, that's when you're going to run into somebody you know. And you don't want to look bad. Like, always used to say that. So in my head, I always had, and I still remember it, don't leave the house without makeup on. That's the one time you're going to run into somebody you know. We're conditioned that way. What is this person going to think? What's going to happen with this? My stepson, who is in 4th grade now, so he just turned 9 in April, is starting. You can already see it at this age. They're starting to care about what their friends are going to think, or what somebody's going to say. I bought him a bunch of sweatshirts. One of the sweatshirts I bought him, he loves sweatshirts. One of the sweatshirts I bought him was like a gray camo, little zip up, but it was like a fleece material, which, by the way, he loves. Who doesn't love a soft fleece? And he said to me, I don't think I can wear that to school. I said, why? And he said, because I'm pretty sure the kids are going to think that's pajamas. I was like, it's a sweatshirt. But again, it hit me, and this is all recent stuff. This has come up for me. It came up in a client reading, card reading that I was doing. It came up with my stepson. It came up with a video that I was watching. And I'm like, and I said to my husband, like, it starts so young. We can't allow this to continue. We have to start trying to fight it a little bit. Like, I understand kids want to fit in, and that's what happens is we get into these things where, from a young age, we want to fit in. We don't want anybody to make fun of us. We don't want people to think something's wrong with us. We don't want to wear the wrong thing. We don't want to say the wrong thing. We don't want to play the wrong game. Whatever it is, because we're afraid of what people are going to think. We're afraid of what's going to happen. But the problem is, you guys, we've taken this into adulthood, and it's still operating on us. It's still operating on us. So here are the 2 things I want you to remember about this. And I want you to go into your weekend, right? Because this is Thursday. I always do this on a Thursday. I want you to go into your weekend thinking about this. Oh, let me see comments. I was missing. Deborah, mine was make sure you have clean undies on in case you get into an accident. I have heard that. That's so funny. That is funny. My mom used to say that too. Michelle, yes! It's like where they grew up, right? Oh my gosh, she always said that, and I always remember, like, oh, even I'm going to the grocery store, like during the whole mask thing, it's been great because I'm like, oh, nobody knows if I have makeup on or not. I'm in a mask. But it's something that I've always remembered. Afraid of the negative response. Yes, Susan. So here's the couple of things that I want you to remember to combat this. First of all, I want you to go into your weekend, and I want you to pay attention. Just try and pay attention to either A, when someone says something to you and you're allowing it to get to you, and it has to do with their opinion of you. And number 2, how much of what you do, maybe on a daily basis, maybe like I said for your career in your life right now, you are doing based on an opinion of someone else? Or what are you stopping yourself from doing based on what other people are going to think? Just keep it in the back of your mind, because I promise you, most of us don't even realize how much it's operating on us. However, here are the two things I want you to use to combat this. The first thing is from the late, great, amazing spiritual teacher and author, Dr. Wayne Dyer. The best line, one of the best lines, I shouldn't say the best because he's had so many, but one of the best is to remember what other people think of you is none of your business. What other people think of you is none of your business. Now, the caveat to that is, are you a good person? Are you being kind? Are you doing anything that is hurting someone else? And are you doing anything that is hurting yourself? If you pass all of that, what other people think of you is none of your business. You need to operate for what brings you joy, what makes you happy. If someone else has a problem with it, that's their problem. If you're not hurting them, if you're not doing anything terrible or cruel, if it's not affecting them in any way, then it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. And I always remember that. What other people think of you is none of your business. One of the best. I love it. Yes, Michelle, it's the best. So the other thing that I want you to remember outside of that is there is a book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. You maybe have heard of it. It's been out for years and years. If you haven't, check it out because it's amazing. But he has these 4 agreements that we should live by. One of the agreements is don't take anything personally. Don't take anything personally. What do I mean by that? Usually, other people are saying things and doing things that have nothing to do with you. It's coming from their own misery. It's coming from their own place. It's coming from their own stuff that has nothing to do with you. So that's the other piece I want you to remember with this. I teach classes to thousands of people. I have a book out that's a bestseller, and some people love it, and some people have something bad to say about it. Some people love my classes, and then I'll get a random comment that I'm like, what in the world? What, where did that come from? And I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, that's them, right? If I did something that aggravated you, and I know it wasn't coming from that place, then I know that it's you. Like, one comment that I got was that I was thanking people too much for them saying, that they liked something I was doing. That's not my problem, right? That's someone else's problem. And so, but it's always going to happen. I had this conversation with my husband about something, and I was like, there's always going to be someone, this was something he was doing, there's always going to be someone that has a problem with what you're doing. That's not your business, right? That is not your business. If you are coming from a good place, if you are a good person, if you are feeling good, it's just not your business. Other people's stuff is not your business. So don't take things personally. Everybody's operating from their own place. Everybody's operating from their own trauma, from their own bad day, from their own situations. Hi, Mary Lou. So remember that what other people think of you is none of your business, as long as you're not hurting anyone and you're a good person, and what you're doing is kind and you're not being hurtful. And number 2, try not to take things personally, even negative comments, because I promise you they're coming from a hurt place, right? They said, like, especially if someone is trying to hurt you, they say hurt people, right? So you have to remember, like, man, that person must be having a terrible day or going through a horrible situation. I'm not taking it personally. This is not my business. Their opinion of me, what they think I should be doing with my life, where I should be in my life. This goes mostly for family and maybe even friends or whatever. It's just not my business. My life is my business. So again, it kept coming up so many times this week, and when something comes up over and over again, I have to come on here. Yes, Susan, you can't please everyone, so don't try. But I promise you, this is operating you on some level. Like I said, we don't even realize, like, if somebody says something negative to us and then we can't get, if you get 15 compliments about something and then there's one negative, like, and all of my author friends are like this. They're like, I can have 700 positive reviews, but then if there's a negative review on my book, I'm like, oh my gosh, right? Or I can get, 50 amazing comments about a class I taught, and then if there's one, it's like you get stuck on that one. I'm guilty of it too. We're all guilty of it. Even all of my friends in this world that are spiritual teachers, like, we're all guilty of it. And we have to make a conscious effort to remind ourselves we are good people. What we're doing is good. We are helping people. We are doing the right thing. And what other people think is none of our business. And again, this goes to any area of your life. So I had to come on here and talk about this because, I'm good to see you too. Because I cannot believe how ingrained it is and how young it starts. Like I said, my 9-year-old stepson, it starts so young. Yes, caring too much. I was looking on Instagram. It is. You guys, here's the biggest part of this. It sucks your joy and happiness out. If you are excited about something, if you are feeling good about something in your life that you know is positive, and somebody comes in and tries to change that or tries to say something to suck that joy out of you, man, like, we work hard to make ourselves feel good. We work hard to shift ourselves on this spiritual path and to keep ourselves happy and to get ourselves unstuck and to get ourselves moving. And then to allow someone to come in and suck that away, we have to stop doing it. We have to stop allowing other people and their crazy opinions and beliefs of what we should be doing or could be doing with our life suck that joy out, bring our vibration down, cause more chaos in our life, keep us stuck because now we're replaying something someone said in our head and now we can't get out of it. We need to stop. And it starts when we're young and it's continued. And if this is still something that's, and I am telling you, it's affecting all of us, whether we realize it or not, you have to start shifting yourself around it. That's why I'm saying, thank you, Joyce. That's why I'm thanking people, and some people don't like that. But I like to thank, I'm a grateful person. So we have to start shifting. So as you're going into this weekend, I want you to just start thinking about it. Just start thinking about it when it pops up. When someone asks you to do something and you don't really want to do it, but you're worried about what they think. When someone makes a comment, a family member is usually who it is, makes a comment about either something you're doing with your life or not doing with your life. Their opinion is none of your business. When someone says something negative about you or to you or makes you feel bad in some way about something you're doing, don't take it on. Think about the things that you do on a daily or weekly or whatever basis that are really not for yourself, but to make someone else happy. Or that's taking away your joy because you're afraid of what someone else might think. Maybe you get an invitation to a party, you don't really want to go, but then what if you don't? Or, will this person be upset? Oh my gosh, it comes up in so many areas. Susan, who was the author of the 4 Agreements, is Don Miguel Ruiz. Don Miguel Ruiz. So Don Miguel Ruiz. If you just look up the 4 Agreements, Don Miguel or whatever, it will it'll pop up for you. So I can, you know what? Let me just type it in here because it'll be easier. I'm typing it in Facebook. So yeah, one of those 4 agreements is don't take anything personally. Because it's so true, 99.99999% of the time, the person is not, it's really not about you. Their comment is not about you. Their bad day, their situation is, their anger is not about you. Their upset is not about you. You could have said something that triggered something from 20 years ago, and it has nothing to do with you, right? So that is the, that's the crux of today's conversation. And also, if you have kids, grandkids, pay attention to this. And start them young. Start them young, saying, listen, you do you. Don't be afraid of what other people are going to think about what you're wearing or what you're saying or what you're doing. And listen, obviously it's harder with kids, and I think everybody goes through this, but let's start now reminding them and moving them into the direction of, listen, I understand you want to fit in, but let's remember that you can do what you want to do, and it's okay to do something that might be different, or it's okay if someone doesn't like what you have on or what you're doing. Like, that's okay, because that's on them. That's not on you, right? Just planting those seeds so that maybe they won't move into adulthood and take it with them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that is my weekly spirit boost for this week. And remember to take it with you this weekend. And remember to try and catch yourself. And what are you going to say? You're going to say, what other people think of me is none of my business. That's what Dr. Wayne Dyer said. You're also going to say, I'm not going to take anything personally this weekend. I'm not going to take anything personally. That is an agreement that I'm making with myself. It's one of those 4 agreements. I'm just not going to take anything personally, because most of the time other people's stuff is coming from their stuff, and it has nothing to do with me, what I'm doing, what I'm saying, how I'm acting, or anything. Take nothing. And also other people's opinions about maybe what you should be doing in your life, or who you should be dating in your life, or any of that. Don't take it personally. It's coming from their stuff. It's coming from their beliefs. It's coming from where they are right now. It has nothing to do with you in your life. How freeing is that? When you're like, man, other people's opinions are none of my business. I don't care if they like my picture on Facebook or not. I'm happy. I was excited about posting this and sharing this, and I don't care what other people think, because I'm not doing anything harmful. I'm not doing anything wrong. And oh wow, I don't have to take anything personally, because most of the time it's not anything about what I'm doing. And again, being honest with yourself, did I do anything wrong? Have I said anything wrong? Is what I'm doing have any effect on this person whatsoever? Then their opinion is none of my business. That is what I want you to remember this weekend. So that is my weekly spirit boost. Stop letting other people rob you of your joy, especially when you're feeling good about something and then all of a sudden one person has a comment to say and you're like, and it like takes the wind out of your sails. Stop and say, nope, I'm not taking this on. That's their stuff. That's not my stuff. I can continue to be happy. I like my hair. I like my haircut. I like my job. I'm okay with being single right now, whatever it might be. And just let the rest go and keep moving and keep your vibration up and keep yourself high. And if it does dip you, use one of the many tools that I share to shift your energy back and make yourself feel better and get yourself back into alignment. And then you let it go and you move on. So try that this weekend. Tag someone in this post, either on Instagram if you're watching it, on YouTube if you're watching it afterwards, or on Facebook, that you think needs to hear this, because it's so important. And I think it's just something that robs us all and we don't realize it. And I want to just put a public service announcement out there that what other people think of us is not our business. And we should stop taking everything personally, because it usually has nothing to do with us. So I hope this has helped you in some way. Thank you, Susan, for being here. I'm glad this is helpful for all of you guys. I love doing these weekly spirit boosts. And I will be back here again next Thursday at noon Eastern, live on Facebook and Instagram, and then uploaded to YouTube afterwards. And thank you for being here. I wish you a beautiful and amazing weekend, free of other people's opinions, and that you may stay at a happy and joyful vibration no matter what other people think about you, anything you're doing, or your life. Have an amazing weekend, you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.